Hey gangbangers here. Today's project is this deck. And we're going to stain this deck, or more safe for the fact, oil it. Because this flat has been here for a few years. There was someone staying here for about 4 or 5 years. And, you know, I stained it every couple of years before then, but it hasn't been done in about 4 years. And you can start to see it's had a hard life. Now, the product to use is Aquadeck. Whatever mad scientist over at Cabot's have been making this, man, they got it right. This stuff, I've used this stuff forever. It's changed a little bit over the years, but you just can't beat it. You can be rough with it, you can be super fine with it. It'll take a punishment. It goes over damp stuff. It goes just anything, right? So they recommend. This deck's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be, this deck's probably 15 square meters, probably not even. I don't even know what sort of timber it is. It's some sort of hardwood. The patches where it's been out of the sun, it's still perfect, but it's done 4 years in the sun here, facing north, and it's copped it, but it's held up pretty good because of this product, right? So this one is. Yeah, you can just get this from just about anywhere. It's wild stuff. And they say here, prepare it with Cabot's deck cleaner, right? All I do is I blow the deck down. Now, this isn't my pride and joy. This isn't my fancy place where everyone's coming. It's just up at the flat here. I just need to preserve the timber. So what I do is I rough brush it with the brush from the shop brush. Right, so I rough brush it, then I use the blower, I blow it down, and then I go and spot mop any bird shit or whatever with the mop. Go on, John. And then I get into it. I do the edges, obviously everything's off the deck. I get into it, I do the edges with a bloody $2 brush, right up against the painted parts of the building. Be up in here, this board here. This board here I'll do with this brush. Yeah, and then they say to use the deck coater, which is like a lamb's wool type thing. But I've learned over the years you can just use a standard 10mm nap roller, right, just like you would on the walls. That's beautiful. It picks it up perfect. It's excellent. And I'll use a plastic throwaway tub, and you're away. Or if I'm feeling good, I use my normal one, which I'll wash out with water. It's a water wash up. This stuff dries quick. It's just bulletproof. If you've got a deck and you're not using this, other means you've got some sort of weird timber. But this is the stuff you want to be using. It's fantastic. So we'll get into it.
It's just in with my legs.
Hey?
So it's a
When I tap it, yeah, it's wild. Before. This is a little bit of a can that I had left over from another job. If you've got that situation, mix the cans together. And you can mix it together, but just don't, as long as it's the same product. So we're down here. All I'm going to do with this one is brush this one on the edge here. And I'm going to go pretty liberal. Right, that's all I'm going to do. It's not going to take me long. I'm just going to brush that. Look at that little leaf in there. Get rid of that. Right, I don't get too precious about it, right? You don't have to be fancy with this stuff. It's meant to go on as a liquid. Right, and that's it. Bit of a splash there, wipe it off. And we move on. We're going to go into all these edge boards and then come back with a roller. The other thing I forgot to mention is nail down any nails that have crept up over time. Spuddy's going around doing that now. There's the tiniest bit of mould over here. And if this was your pride and joy deck, you would acid wash it and whatever else and sand it maybe, but it's just a flat, we don't care. Like I said, and this stuff's pretty bulletproof. You can paint it on just about anything and we'll preserve it. This one. Yep, good job. And this one. Good job. So there you go. I will say this. If you've just dropped 50 grand on a new deck, or you and your boys worked all weekend to get your deck laid, don't do it with a roller. Do it with the pad. Wait the amount of time till your timber dries out. Acid wash your deck or whatever it is. Abbott's deck cleaner. Alright, but this deck has to be 15 years old or something, right? You just want to protect it from fading from the sun and stop it rotting and all that. And with the roller you get a little bit, if you don't have the right technique, you can get a few marks where at the edge of it, but you get that with that pad anyway. And I'll find in an hour or so, this is recoat in an hour, we're going to go ahead and do that, and then that's it. I'll use it. So that's how I do it. I hope that helps somebody. This is a bit of a cheats way how I do it with the roller on an old deck. Like I said, probably don't do that on your brand new deck, but you know, if you're just getting it out of the way and you just need to get the oil on, just get into it. And I probably can't recommend this stuff highly enough. Abbott's Aquadeck. Just clean your timber and paint it on and you're done. Happy project.